Do you live with a sense of impending doom that everything's about to fall apart under you because you just know you're fatally flawed? If so, then you're in good company, because I do too. So in today's video, I wanted to discuss about my journey to adapting to that fear of being fatally flawed and starting to integrate and have a better relationship with that fear. So I could take all day doing examples, but the one I picked for this or whatever is the fact that I really don't have the ability to be able to guarantee what kind consistently on a daily basis, what level of focus I'm going to be able to have that day. So I kind of have three modes. I have like this good mode where I'm able to multitask, switch different things, and focus on whatever I need to do at the moment, and I can do it really good. And then I have another mode where I will end up hyper fixating on something, and I will end up only being able to think, only have motivation to do like one or two things. And I can't get myself to focus on any of the other tasks that I need to do that day. Like if I try to go focus on it, I'll like end up doing really badly at it, and then my mind will just go back to that task. And then my third mode is I'm completely scattered. So I have 500 things in my head, and I'm trying to do 500 at once, and I can't get focused on a single task at all. And because of that, that has created a lot of anxiety throughout my life and has made me feel very fatally flawed, that I cannot guarantee what kind of person I'm going to be from day to day to be able to, get my tasks done. So with that, it's just like, so going through some tips that we did in our other video, adapting to fear, being fatally flawed, kind of showing how that looked like in my personal experience. So like on my days where I'm hyperfixating on things, like it's really easy to like get into that thing, like I just feel selfish, like I'm just like so selfish, I'm not doing their things, I'm causing my husband problems, I'm letting my kids down because I only want to do this one thing, and I just like feel really guilty for fixating, for doing it and stuff. And so that's the thing, it's like, that's how that fatal flaw narrative comes out, is that I'm fatally flawed, I'm just a selfish human being, I can't be considerate of other people. And so taking that time to really just demystify it and actually look for the mundane explanation. And the mundane explanation is that I'm hyperfixated, and that's something I want to get done, and sometimes maybe that's what actually needs to get done, that I need to just like let everything slide so I can focus on one thing and just get it knocked out, and then it'll be done, and then I can move on. And that, life isn't going to fall apart if I'm hyper-focused on something and not on top of everything at all times. Yes, there are consequences to not being topped on the other things I need to do. But if I just make that mundane and just be like, okay, that's just what it is. This day, that's what the motivation level I have is. It can allow for one, I can like let my husband know this is what I'm fixated on today, and then he knows needs to pick up other things or they're going to fall. And then it allows me to adjust for that. And then on days where I'm like scattered, and I'm just like scattered, then I know that I can ask for help. So instead of being like, oh, I'm totally like a scatterbrain, chasing after something shiny, monkey brain syndrome, and just like getting frustrated and like trying to get myself to focus, I can just literally ask people to be like, hey, I can't focus, help. And, I have a lot of people in my house with having 5 kids. So there's a lot of people that can help and talk to me and help get me focused, and I can get things done more efficiently and things like that. When I actually look at it as a mundane thing, which is just like, okay, today I can't focus. And so those are just like little things or whatever. And then it just like allows it to be. And then there's bonuses to that. So being able to recognize that I'm hyperfixated on things, for example, and not judging myself, I have found that I'm able to resolve that a lot quicker, and maybe just like, since I'm able to like not feel guilty or try to stop myself from on my fixation, I can actually go and do the thing that actually my mind is wanting to do, and then I can resolve it faster, and then I can get out of that hyperfixation faster. And when I'm scattered, when I'm not constantly stressing or like making myself all anxious because I'm not getting things done because I'm trying to get 50 things done, that allows me to like say, I can make a little mental list, like what things actually have to get done today or the world's going to fall apart. And then I'm actually able to get a lot of things done where things end up not falling, even if I'm not doing things fully focused and aware. So that's just some of my experience on trying to integrate that fear of being fatally flawed, on trying to not bring my weaknesses as a core part of my unchangeable part of my identity, and learning to be more objective and actually being able to take that responsibility to deal with the consequences of my weaknesses, and build better systems to manage them, and maybe even be able to grow that weakness, so that it's becoming less of a weakness and something that's more manageable. So I hope that makes sense. Please look at the rest of our Adapting to Fear series, or my Embracing Personal Growth playlist, and our Integrate Thought playlist. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope to see you in another one.